Here today at Murtle Lake Provincial Park on the shores of Janus Lake. We're doing a kit review. Most of the kit I have here today was featured in my previous video from Bowron Lakes. We were supposed to do that trip again this year, but now we're going to Murtle Lake Provincial Park, which is in Wells Gray Provincial Park, I think. Anyways, starting here with my rucksack, which was in the other videos. This was hard to find. I couldn't find the right one that was particularly of my choosing. It's got a MOLLE system on the outside to attach extra kit. It's got a primary pouch of about 30 liters and secondary pouches here and here for another 15 or 20 liters on top, plus everything else you can attach. Here I have emergency walkaway kit. So if I go on a hike for a few hours and something bad happens, I got a bivy bag, matches, poncho, flint, and even a magnesium block. Very light, fits in your pocket, walk away, and you're safe out in the bush. Also in here I have an entrenching tool, very important for bathroom breaks. Spare bungee cords, spare tent pegs, the quality ones, none of the plastic crap that breaks when it gets cold, and headlamp. Over here we have the tarp. It's a lightweight tarp. It's a really good piece of kit. I just purchased it, but familiar with the product, have been using it on other trips with my friends. It's really lightweight. The water reflects off of it really easily. It's just an awesome thing and really easy to set up. This is a glow stick, turn on off. This is a saw I also just purchased, lightweight and obviously compactable. In a minute I'll set it up and show it. This is the tent I used on the Bowron trip. I cursed the thing so much I had to give it away to my cousin. So I got a proper tent, which is an MSR Hubba Hubba. I think they say Hubba Hubba because it's wide enough for two people. It sets up just nicely. It's got adjustable straps to keep it nice and tight. I got a footprint underneath it to make sure that the ground is separated from the tent to prolong its life. It's a good investment to have that. Over here I have my camping chair, which for me and my bad knee and hip was really important. This was $140 Canadian, and it compacts nicely, and again I'll show you that in a minute after this. And it's super lightweight, probably half a kilo.
Okay.
We have here my truck, which is obviously the most important camping implement to bring. Can't go camping unless you can't get there, right? This is the boat I used on the Bowron trip. It's about 80 pounds, which is ridiculous. It was quite hard to portage it with the carts. And we were canoeing solo, so sometimes we had to go tandem, but most of the time we were dragging each other's canoes on our own. It was quite heavy. Kurt had a nice wood canvas canoe, which was probably only 65 pounds. So you can see here, packs up quite compact and again quite light. And the saw here, nice and rigid. It's got adjustment here to loosen and tighten to keep it rigid. And if you need to, you can use two hands with it. It's quite easy and keeps the blade nice and sturdy. Here we are inside the tent. I have my new pillow system. In a minute I'll show you how compact this gets when it's put away. It's very comfortable, and I've discovered it fits right inside the mummy head of the sleeping bag, so that way it doesn't run away from me in the middle of the night. It rolls with me if I roll around. Inside my, I think, -12 rated sleeping bag, I have a liner. because -12 on a sleeping bag generally means you're comfortable to about -8, but the liner probably extends me to about -10 to -12 for comfort. Obviously that's not a worry for me too often because I rarely go camping in winter. This all goes inside a high quality waterproof kit bag from Seal Line, 40 liters. It's more than enough. I actually think it's too big. I originally bought the 35, couldn't quite fit everything, so I had to go to the 40 and have a lot of spare room. As you can see, it's quite spacious. You can easily fit 2 adult males, whether or not you go shoulder to shoulder or feet to shoulder, depending on how fat your buddy is. The fly comes off, and I'm going to show you that in the next clip, I think. Bailing bucket for my canoe, always keep here. You might figure out why in a minute. And underneath here is my ground sheet mattress, and again, you're going to see this in a minute, all folded up and put away. This thing was a really good investment. I was a little bit shy about spending it as much money as I did. It was right around $100 Canadian, maybe a little more. But it works out quite well, and it's very compact when it's all done. Here I have the camping and cooking stuff for camping. First thing I want to point out is this Stanley made stainless steel cup. It's very versatile, quite lightweight and rugged. Works on the campfire quite safely or open flame from stoves. I swear by this. This is one of the best pieces of kit I've got. Standard spoon. And this is the, I guess you'd call it a pocket rocket of some sort for the stove. Sets up ridiculously easy as I struggle to screw it on. And the other great thing is with the steel in here, or metal of any kind, being so thin and so well made, it cools off really fast. Usually within 5 minutes you can be grabbing it and putting it away. I also have here a simple kitchen sink. Opens up to about yay big for cleaning. That's quite important, and this one's very lightweight. For food, this stuff's crap. I don't recommend it. It's more or less a filler. It doesn't give you a lot of energy. Certainly no protein in most of these types of meals. Some of them are a little better, like the beef stroganoff I had last night by a different company. And here I have US military rations called MREs, meals ready to eat. I use these simply because they're ridiculously easy to get. As a Costco member, just order them online. They show up at your door at home. The Canadian IMPs are much better, but I don't have the means to get them very easily. But when I do, they're definitely preferred. And over here, kit barrel for canoeing. Pretty obvious reason for it. Secures everything airtight to make sure that if your boat flips, nothing's going to get wet, and it reduces any odor from food to keep animals away. This is the pillow system. As you can see, it packs up really small. I throw it inside here, which is the ground sheet, and put it away into watertight bag, sea to summit. And you can see here, this is the tent made by MSR, the Hubba Hubba, and the sleeping bag in here, which is in one of my other kit bags.